Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Rose and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my updated foundation routine. I've been trying things a little bit different and you guys have been asking. I actually use all of these beautiful new Smith face brushes, and then I even use an actual powder puff to apply my powder. So if you want to see how I've been doing my foundation recently, just keep watching. Alright guys, I'm going to start out by saying that I have normal to dry skin, so everything here is going to be a lot better if you have normal to dry skin. I wouldn't suggest any of this if you have oily skin. The foundation I'm going to use might be good for oily skin, but I'm actually going to be using a face oil first, so this is a no-go. But normal to dry, this is where you're going to be at. I'm going to start off by prepping my skin with this Mercier multivitamin infusion oil. I usually mix it into my foundation, but I'm liking it as a pre-primer. This is still, think of this as still the skincare step before we even get into primer, into makeup. We're going to massage this into our skin.
Most people will get shocked about the high price tag of that stuff.
Okay, I've had this bottle
Long time.
a year and like 3 months.
Alright, so I think it's about $70.
Yeah, it's skincare though, guys. Skincare is everything. This is going to turn your foundation and everything into skincare, and it's going to be sitting under there working and doing good things for you instead of
the makeup just clogging up your pores.
Exactly. So I'm just going to take my blender and I'm really just going to massage this into my face, underneath my eyes. This is going to help with dry under eyes, with caking, but we definitely want to give this about 7 to 8 minutes to sink in. So I'm just going to put this anywhere. Here. This is like my one little fine line that I battle. Him and I talk together at night and I'm like, you've got to go, and he's like, you can't stop time, Rose, you can't stop time. And I'm like, not today, little fine line. He's like, I'm here. We're either gonna make friends or I'm gonna have to make more friends on your face. So I made friends with him before he tries to incorporate more friends on my face. I said no. And make sure you go really nice underneath your eyes. This right here is a brand new primer from Philosophy. I'm absolutely loving it. Hashtag not sponsored in any way. I just love it. They did send it to me.
Hashtag throw on the floor.
Hashtag I kind of did just throw it on the floor. But anyways, this is the Anti-Wrinkle Miracle Worker Primer, and it's one that feels, what's the texture it kind of feels like? Remember? It's very silky, but do you guys remember the original Smashbox primers? It's that, but better. Like, it will legit go underneath my eyes and the suckers will not crease. Like, I will be like doing all kinds of horrible faces, because normally I do. I think I'm the Grinch. Ooh! It's so bad, but I do ugly faces all the time. I think it's so funny. And my makeup does not crease, so I'm going to put some on the back of my hand, right there. That's all you need for your entire face. And I'm going to use my hands to massage this in.
What's the price on this bad boy?
This I don't know. I think it's 40. I'm so bad with pricing. Legit, I'm the worst. Like, even if I'm buying it, like, you know what I'll check the price of? Lettuce. Makeup, I don't check the price. But like, I'm like, how much are those sweet potatoes? That's what I do. It's outrageous. But like, makeup is just my job, and it's just, it has to be done. All right, so I'm gonna massage this. I like to go underneath my eyes first.
It is more important.
It's so much more important. Oh, I need it. I have a Viseart color correcting concealer palette coming right now, and I actually got it on sale. I'm so excited. Guess what? I don't need more makeup. Guess what's coming? More makeup.
That's why we're not having for dinner tonight.
Lettuce. It's too expensive.
Sweet potato.
No lettuce, no sweet potatoes. It's a quick story about lemons. Do y'all know that lemons, the large ones here in Texas, are like $1 a piece? I wanted it, but I put it back. Legit. I was like, I'm not paying that. So then I got the little ones that don't look as pretty for like $4 for $1, and I was like, still not happy. All right, so I'm just gonna start to work this on the center of my face, and then kind of work it outwards. I want to focus it here too, because we want it to be really, really smooth there when we go to put our highlighter on. So a quick thing I want to tell you guys is, before we do anything, the key to making your foundation just look really, really smooth is to wait for products to settle and sink in. Don't just start layering things, because things will start to peel, things will move. It's all about waiting. So I'm gonna wait for this primer to sink in for about 2 minutes. So this is my absolute current favorite foundation. It's so good. I go back and forth to this all the time. Right now it's between the Armani Luminous Silk and this one, the Lancome Teint Idole. It's just so beautiful. I actually tried the stick foundation out for the same exact brand, and I really did like it, but I always go back to this one. It just looks like skin. It's so smooth. And you know, another thing I love about this one is that they have so many different shades, and that's why I went with this one. Like, Lancome is just so inclusive, and there were so many shades, and I was like, boom, that is a really good one. So that's why I wanted to showcase this one. So I like to pump it out on the back of my hand, and the reason it's already spread out is I like to put it on the back of my hand and let it get really, really warm. I know, it's wild, it's so wild, but your body heat is gonna make it warm up and it's going to sink into your skin better. I'm actually using a new brush, and as much as it pains me to dirty this up, I'm going to do it. This is a Smith 151 brush. I'm gonna read just a little bit about it really fast. It's really short, Ben, don't look at me that way. He did. So this one is a 151 paddle brush. It's a duo fiber brush consisting of 50-50 split of goat and synthetic fibers. This true multifunctional brush can be used for almost any face application, and its flat wide design creates a flawless canvas. So I'm super excited to try this. I actually have a few. We're gonna use all these new face brushes.
Is goat hair?
Yes.
Is that bad?
No, it's not. Okay, so kills me, but they're so good. You guys know Smith has my favorite brushes. Oh, it's so nice. And if you'll notice that this foundation is a lot darker than my face, but I mean, look at the neck. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Number one problem. I was watching the Graham Norton show the other day.
You're gonna need a microphone.
I was watching the Graham Norton show the other day, and I saw this woman on there, a famous actress, and her face was white, and they matched the skin to her face, I mean the makeup to her face, right? And then she had tanned her body, obviously, and so it was a huge discrepancy.
Contrast, it was so bad.
And I was like, look here, this is a
travesty.
This is television, people. And then I was like, who did your makeup?
Wasn't Rose.
Was not Rose.
Rose would never do you that way.
No, ma'am.
But it's just about working into the skin. We're still gonna use our blender, but I love the application of brushes first. They kind of just buff things in, and they do things faster as well. But we will use my blender in just a minute. But I just kind of wanted to show you the warmth. And if you notice, that's as heavy as we're gonna go in our coverage, because we're gonna let the concealer do the heavy work. But for right now, I'm just going to finish putting this foundation on with my brush. Now I'm taking the same foundation, and I'm just taking a different brush. This is the, as you can see, we need to do something about this. This is a Sigma P84 brush, and I'm just using the smallest amount of foundation. And I'm just going to take it through here. I like using this one because it is so precision. And then I'll even take the foundation a little bit through here. I'm telling you guys, I'm using the smallest amount, and I'm kind of just moving around the foundation that is on our forehead already. We just want to make sure we go around our brows really carefully and through here really carefully. This is even going to help your eyeshadow just look more cohesive. So now I'm going to use my Elcie, the Velvet Sponge, and I just picked up a little bit extra because I like a little extra coverage, but only through my cheeks, because I really like my blush to be the one that's just speaking the volumes there.
I also feel like the sponge, because it already has pores, just makes your skin more natural.
It does make it look more natural. I always like to use this. This gives it a more airbrush effect, and you just kind of go over and make sure there's no brush streaks, because no matter how wonderful a brush is, you're kind of going to see streaks. But a blender just kind of gets rid of everything. Make sure you go over your ears. And if you're wearing a ponytail like me, you'll want to just go back here. Hey guys, you already know my favorite concealer to this day is still my Kylie concealer. This is the shade Gypsum, which is a little more neutral, and it's going to do the brightening for me. So I'll put that there, and then I'll just do a little bit through here. I like to mix Gypsum and Himalaya. Himalaya has more pink, and it's going to do a little bit more color correcting without being like a serious color corrector like peach. So this one's going to have peachy undertones. And if I was to just blend this out right now, it would be pretty, but you'd still see the shadows. What Himalaya is going to do is just really get rid of shadows. And I kind of just put it where the shadows are, like right through there in the hollows of the eye. And then I just do a little bit here just so it's not too white. I won't go on my nose because that's enough product on my nose. So this seems very heavy. This is the most skin-like concealer I have ever used. I have used every concealer. Nothing compares. It doesn't crease. It looks like skin. It has more pigment than it does product. So stay with Tarte Shape Tape. It's a beautiful product, but it's very heavy. And instead of the heaviness with this one, you just get a lot of pigment in there, and the pigment covers instead of the product. Does that make sense, Ben? Please tell me that made sense, because I cannot explain this any better.
Quality over quantity.
Honestly, I have used every concealer, and I know it seems so like strange that hers would be like the best, but it's the best. It's just the best. I mean, it's just so pretty. Look at that. And it's so hydrating, and I don't have to hustle to blend it out because it's gonna set. That's another thing with Shape Tape. That sucker would set, and I would just be like, well, now what? Now we can't go. Now we can't go. Plans canceled.
Get out the chisel.
Woo! I mean, for real though. But this one is just so beautiful. I mean, it just does everything. And then you can see the line here where the little bit of the hollow is, but it's just like gone. It's like, I don't know. It's a magical concealer, and it's my favorite. And I'm using my Elcie blender to blend it out. I love my Elcie blender too because it just fits so nicely right here. And then you look, you can just clean up underneath your wing. Boom. One and done.
Makeup takes time.
It does take time. You gotta blend, you gotta work it in.
We get a lot of people like, I only have 5 minutes to do your makeup. It's hard to do things in 5 minutes.
It is hard. Everybody's like, I want a 5-minute makeup tutorial. And I'm like, okay, but if I only have 5 minutes, I'm going ugly. You're gonna see ugly Rose and be like, is that Rose? That's what you're gonna do. You gotta give me at least an hour. And then your girl, she gonna be glamorous. But yeah, this is my favorite concealer. This is also a new one for me. This is a Smith 157, and you can see how it's angled. Oh, girl.
That's nice.
Woo!
That's real nice.
Okay, so what I'm using is I know guys, this is crazy. Melissa made me do this. If you'd like to be angry at the level of bouge that we're at right now, be angry at Melissa. But I am absolutely obsessed with it. This is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate 01 Intensity 1. It's so beautiful. I literally did this. There. That's all you're gonna need. It's gonna last you for a very, very long time. Oh, he likes that brush. I'm telling y'all, Smith don't play. And again, the Smith, this is new to me, so I'm gonna have to check it. 157, these are all new face brushes from Smith, and I wanted to use them in this tutorial. Not sponsored. They did send them to me, and I about screamed. So we're gonna leave it like this for just a second. We're obviously gonna blend that with a blender in just a second. But if you notice, I'm not bringing it all the way over here. We're not getting wild, but we are bringing it up. I'm gonna grab more. And we're gonna go in our hairline. I like to go pretty far in my hairline. It just makes it look so pretty. We're still gonna use a powder bronzer to set it and to add a little more dimension, but not too much. Look at that. Ooh, that is just a nice bronzer helmet. Yeah, it's so pretty. Now you could leave it this sharp, but that's just no for me. It's gonna be pretty on you, but me, I'm gonna be looking at myself seeing a stripe. Last time I checked, I'm not a zebra. Look at that now. Ooh, that is what I need in my life. So I'm just gonna go over everywhere that we put the Tom Ford bronzer, even underneath their neck. Gotta get rid of that pan of fudge I made. Oh my God, it's all underneath here right now. Bah, January is a new month. Okay, no. And there we go, we're all melted. Now we're going to set. This is the fun part. All right guys, so I already pulled it out of the box, but this is a set from Laura Mercier. This is a Pret a Powder limited edition powder and puff. And I got this in PR and I wanted to use it today. I actually needed a new puff. I know, most of us are like, what the heck? Laura Mercier herself taught me this little trick. I went to New York in October with Laura Mercier and we got to meet her and we got to sit down and she taught us a few things. I was literally like flabbergasted. I'm still not over that trip. And I wanted to show you guys. This is the original translucent powder. It's just in a pretty holiday packaging.
You gotta beat the powder first.
You gotta just get in there, make sure it all comes out.
This is go time.
Go time, powder. It's go time. So I'm going to I'm kind of just making sure it doesn't spill out on me, and usually when I do that, it spills out. So this is the original powder puff. You probably see Mario use this a lot. I remember I used to, and I'm like, I'm curious, but I don't know how. Now I know how. So we're gonna dip it in here. This is exactly how she taught me. And you're going to tap it on the back of your hand. It's gonna be a little messy, but totally worth it. And we're gonna press. This makes your under eyes so much smoother. I know we think that applying a lot of product under here is gonna set and make it stay, but really and truly it doesn't. We're just going, and I like to start underneath my eyes because that's the place, and then I'll pick up what's back. See how much is still on my hand from going in there? And I'll just keep tapping it in.
It's the Mercier pancake.
It's the pancake. Ben calls it the pancake. He is so cute. I'm picking up a little bit extra, and we're gonna go do the same thing underneath here. I have not had any creasing. My makeup has not looked heavy. I have been getting tons of compliments in person. It just looks so smooth.
Yeah,
Look at that. It's just like, it's butter. Like, I had no idea. I've been using this wrong for so many years.
you've been using it.
Oh, terribly, like a maniac.
I've been putting syrup on it.
Syrup? I just learned how to say that word right.
Syrup?
Syrup?
It's syrup down here.
Okay. And then I'm gonna start to work it in. This is the only place I'm gonna go a touch heavy, but I'm still gonna take my time and really press this in. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I really wanna make sure that bronzer's set. That way when we go to put the powder on top, we don't have any streakiness. But as you notice, I'm still just gonna continue to go over it until it's worked into the skin. I'm not even gonna worry about my highlight area. We're not even gonna worry about that, but I will just lightly set the center of my forehead. A little bit up here where we're gonna bronze some more, but we don't have to worry about that. It won't get streaky up there. Around here, and then I'm just going to kind of take it, bend it, and just make sure it's really worked in around my nose. Yet another product Melissa made me purchase. This is the, actually they did send me this, but I have bought this before in my defense. No, this is out of control, but no, they sent me this. It's okay, it's okay. This is the Ambient Diffused Bronze Light. It's the lighting bronzer, and it's so pretty. Like every time I open it, Ben gasps. So pretty. And I'm using a new brush as well. This is a Smith 154, also from their new collection. And we're just gonna kind of go in here and just sweep this along where we already contoured, and then just sweep it across our cheeks as well. Just pop a little bit underneath here. Woo! Ooh, my God. Okay, this is my new favorite bronzer brush. I've honestly been saving these for this. They've just been sitting there staring at me. And then of course in the forehead. And if we still go too heavy, it's okay. I kind of like to go a little heavy and then go back over it with the puff. With the blender again. And then this is literally me contouring my nose. This is nothing, just making sure it's bronzed. And then underneath here, you'll remember. I like to go a little bit there, and then boom, we're done. Do you guys see what a difference blush makes? It just looks so pretty. This is my favorite blush from Laura Mercier. This is the Blush Color Infusion in the shade Fresco. And I'm just going to use this, and I'm using a new brush as well. This is a Smith 103. Don't let the little tiny size fool you. It's actually perfect for fitting right here on the cheek. Ooh. And then I'm going to make sure it just goes right into the bronzer. And then I want to put a little across here where the sun naturally hits. The high points of the face. I know this seems so wild, but I'm kind of just using whatever is left on the brush to do this part. It's going to make it look more like a tan and less like just some muddy bronzer you slapped on your face. Guilty! It is. Alright, that's good. We're blushed up. I have been living for this refreshing spray. This is not a setting spray. This is a set and refresh. It says set, it's not a setting spray. It's kind of like Fix Plus. My Slay All Day is a setting spray. It like locks it in, sealed. This just gets rid of any powdery, leftover. It's just gonna make your skin look really glowy, but without looking shiny. And we're gonna let that dry, but you can kind of already see we're getting rid of all that. This is, yeah, no cakiness. Like, it's legit my favorite though. I like it better than Fix Plus. We're gonna have to end this tutorial soon because our hair is only getting frizzier. Darn you, humidity! Oh my gosh. Okay. My bald man. Now that I have sprayed my Fix, whatever it's called. What is it called?
Fix and Set?
No. Satin Refresh by Estee Lauder. I like to go over everything one more time with a blender. Just make sure we have a lot of life in the skin. See all that luminosity? We don't even have our highlighter on. We're real good. We're spicy. We don't have any stripes. Our blush isn't too intense. We finished my eyes. ColourPop Tassel. You already know. So cute. Let's pop a little bit of highlighter on. There was one I wanted to use and then I forgot, and then therefore aliens. I totes should, because it's real cute. I remember there was one I really liked recently though. This Burberry one's really pretty too. Which one do I have?
That Burberry one is.
I kind of wanted to use something. I'm really into this one. I think this one's gonna match better. Yeah, let's do this one. Love my Dior though. This one's one of my ride or dies. I actually made Mel buy this. Ha!
Ha!
So I'm using my Burberry highlighter right here. Isn't that so pretty? It used to be so pretty, but this is proof that I love it. I got this a long time ago, lost it in the great move of 2017, found it in 2018, and my life it's been better. It's doing what I needed to do now. I'm going to use the Smith 104. This is the Burberry Fresh Glow highlighter in number 4 rose gold. Get in that. Sound effects, you're welcome. Are you ready? Look at that. It's like skin. Like we have our glow. I like this one because it doesn't add too much color. It just adds glow. I don't like ones that have like the silver cast. And then guys, I will straight up go over the edges and just make sure it's nice. I'm not going over the center. Look at that. Not too much, just enough. I know some of you like the really intense highlight, and I do too, but this is kind of like just my go-to foundation.
Depends on the look, doesn't it?
It does. Like this eye makeup doesn't need a ton of highlighter.
What brush is that?
Oh, this is new from Smith, and it's 104, and it's my new favorite highlighter brush. Look at that. That is what we needed. And then we'll just pop a little up here, and then I'll just do some here. A little bit there. I'm not like a crazy nose highlight person. We'll do that, and then we'll just go over that with the blender. It's still gonna be there, it's just gonna be really melted. I already did that, but I'm gonna do it with my finger.
Whoa!
He says it's too much. You know what I say to him? You're too much. Oh, perfect. Now we're gonna find a lipstick. I think I'm gonna do my Jouer. All right, guys, we're all done. We're painted. We're gonna look good in the daylight. We're gonna look good in candlelight. We're gonna look good no matter what. So make it turn the lights off and we're still gonna look cute, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this updated foundation routine. Let me know what you guys wanna see next. You guys are always suggesting things and I wanna do what you guys wanna see. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are so amazing and we'll see you next time. Leave that in there. Leave that in there too.
You done chewing your cocktail cup?
No, hold on. Bubble tea. I'm so gross. I'm gonna stop eating that for a second. I'll bring this on myself. I need to stop. It's so good. Okay, no more of that.